All right, so last night, obviously in the fourth inning, Jurickson Profar, he was thrown at up and in. Well, he wasn't thrown at. Gavin Stone wasn't trying to throw at him, but it was an up and in pitch. And for a moment, post game, Profar admitted that for a moment he thought that Gavin Stone was trying to throw up and in, like intentionally at him, because he attempted to bunt to break up the perfect game the previous pitch. But then Profar realized, well, no, he was throwing a perfect game, so he wouldn't do that. So really the reaction there was just in the moment that the pitch is up and in, and Profar didn't like that. And I understand that. Now, obviously, the bullpen's coming all the way in. That was not necessary. A lot of this stuff that happens with these benches clearing incidents, it's people going out. There's a brief argument that could literally be settled in 30 seconds by those two people only. You don't need full dugouts coming out. You don't need the bullpens. Definitely don't need that. Them running in. I guess they got to get their cardio in for the day or something. You don't need them running in from the bullpen. So it was all about nothing. I think Profar probably realized as he's talking to Will Smith or shortly thereafter when benches are clearing that what did I really just do? Like, what was I doing? But then post game, Will Smith tells David Vassay here, who covers the Dodgers, I don't know why we would have thrown at him. He's kind of irrelevant. And you want to put up bulletin board material for the Padres? There you go. The Dodgers may be like, it's the Padres, who cares? But we know as Padres fans, Jurickson Profar, he definitely has that fire in him, and he is a competitor. And we know that teammates have Jurickson's back. And so I think that the Padres will be motivated by this. I think that it is bulletin board material. And I hope that Jurickson Profar can take James Paxton or take a Dodger guy deep tonight on Sunday Night Baseball. I think Profar is going to be mic'd up. So it's going to be an entertaining watch on ESPN tonight, Padres Dodgers in this series finale. But I just thought it was interesting that Will Smith, it's one thing if it was Shohei Ohtani or if it was Mookie Betts or if it was Freddie Freeman, someone that's probably going to the Hall of Fame. But for Will Smith, I get it. Good catcher. I think he's off to a really good start this year, actually, at the plate. But for him to say, Jurickson Profar, he's kind of irrelevant. I'm sorry. Who is the guy that more recently helped his team win a playoff series? Will Smith or Profar? No, Profar. The Dodgers, you guys got swept last year. Same amount of postseason wins as the Padres last year, okay? And Jurickson Profar, the last time I checked, someone with a 948 OPS, a 165 OPS plus, someone who's hitting 321, has a grand slam already on the year, 10 runs driven in. Last time I checked, that's not someone that's kind of irrelevant. Is he the biggest name in baseball? No, he's not. So maybe that's what Will Smith meant. He's not Manny Machado. He's not Fernando. I get that. But Jurickson, it's one thing if Profar was hitting 200. It's one thing if he was Tyler Wade. But he's actually off to a good start this year. So if I'm a Dodger fan, I'm kind of maybe Dodger fans, they like this. They like the chirp in there by Will Smith. But maybe if I was a Dodger fan, I'd kind of be thinking, was that necessary to say? Because something bad could happen tonight. Like Jurickson Profar could really get at the Dodgers tonight. So that's something that I'm definitely going to be looking at. Now, I'm sure Dodger fans, they're going to be like, I'm not worried about Jurickson Profar, whatever. It's Jurickson Profar. He's talk. He's not really about action. But no, Profar can get you. Maybe Dodger fans, baseball fans that aren't watching the Padres every day, maybe they haven't been watching Jurickson Profar. But Jurickson Profar can have competitive at-bats. He can get hits. He can throw some runners out. So I would not be surprised if Jurickson comes up and maybe it's not a key situation, right? Maybe it's early in the game. But then we might look back at it later tonight and say, well, that actually was a pretty big spot. So if he doesn't, I mean, whatever, but it's an interesting storyline. It's an interesting thing that happened last night that is going to carry over into tonight, definitely amongst Padres and Dodger fans, I think. Remembering this quote, maybe they'll bring it up on the broadcast so nationally people will know about it as well. But yeah, Will Smith calling Jurickson Profar kind of irrelevant. I mean, The guy's a 948 OPS. I disagree with that, Will.